What do we got? We have Petra, Whole World. Great song. I did a shorts. I also am going to do the cards for the short. And then we had Striper, To Hell with the Devil. I put that on yesterday. And then Lexington, Kentucky. Okay, that is where I got my Harley Davidson shirt over 30 years ago. So a shout out to the Harley Davidson shop in Lexington, Kentucky, if you're still out there. Okay, we've got God can, ask and you shall receive. God can, but you got to ask him. Now, what we were talking about in Astro last night was why there's so much confusion. So they wanted me to tell you that not only is Lexington, Kentucky, and the whole world in his hands, God's hands, it's all divinely timed, it's all planned, and God can help you, but you need to ask him and you will receive. So that was the main energy. And he just wants me to see if today we can do some clarifying on why. Why is it so confusing to you? Well, you're reflecting on your journey and you're waiting to reap your harvest. Absolutely everything I just said. You're waiting. Now, they also told me to title this, but I didn't. So, sorry, I got distracted with my music. Act as if. Now, what does act as if means? It means that I'm making doctor appointments for the kitties to get spayed and neutered. I'm weeding my sidewalk. I'm cleaning my house. Rearranged the whole house yesterday. I do that all the time. I change all the energy around. Okay? Pictures on the walls, vacuum, change the furniture around, clean the floors. Okay? So I'm doing all these things acting as if. Acting as if what? That we're going to be the same forever. Okay? Nothing's going to change. It's going to be like this forever. But then knowing in astro and knowing that we're ascending, the new earth is coming, we may have quantum, right? Starlink, Tesla. So there's a bright future, but we have to live in today. So some of you are confused because you don't know if you should go to college. You don't know if you should quit your job. You don't know if you should leave that toxic relationship. And it's based on because of your future. You see this new future coming, so you're confused. You're waiting to reap your harvest and you're reflecting on your journey. So it says, Seven of Pentacles, stay in a state of gratitude. Keep going, pause, and ask God for help. So just the first two cards, God gave us our answer to the confusion. Okay? Then we had open new doors. What are we opening new doors to? Whatever you feel like. You never skydived before and you want to skydive. Well, go take a class on skydiving and go skydiving. You wanted to pilot an airplane. Go take lessons to become a pilot. Act as if nothing's going to change except you, right? But act as if, right, in that state of gratitude, and then let everything just play out. Okay, so let's say something happens where I get in a redemption appointment and I don't have to worry about money. And okay, so that's just going to fall into whatever plans I have already made, right? I may want to get a better house. I may want to get a better vehicle, right? Okay, now you got all them appointments that you made and you ascend. Well, who cares about the appointments? Who cares about the weeding, right? if you're ascending and you don't need to worry about those appointments, because I'm sure in 5D you don't take your pets to the vet. You see what I'm getting at? Act as if. That's what they said was the solution. I didn't title it Act As If because I told you I got sidetracked with Lexington, Kentucky is very important. Not only is it important to the people that live there, but there may be some of you moving there. There may be some of you riding through there on your Harley, and definitely see if that shop's still there. I would love to know if the Harley Davidson shop is still in Lexington, and I'm positive it is. That shirt's really old. I said, I don't know how some of this stuff stayed with me because I have been everywhere in 30 years, but I still have it. Okay, so the first two cards told you everything. Then we had open new doors. We're ending the pain. We're truth searching. Tens are the end. 10 of Swords. And we're completing a cycle. So that's another reason you're confused. Did you ever graduate from a certain class or assignment and be confused because now you got to go into the real job? I did that with real estate. I didn't even know what the word equity was. I started taking real estate school to cut out the middleman for my new sobriety houses that I was going to open up, right? That was my dream and I went for it. And then I get into the real world, and schooling wasn't really that essential to the job. It was, but it wasn't. Just like all of you probably know, when you go to school, it can be different than the job itself. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. You're confused because you're completing a cycle. Okay, so they want you to celebrate because an important event is coming, but act as if. And there's a gathering of souls, and the marriage from the Four of Cups is you uniting with your soul tribe. It's a marriage of gathering of the souls. But again, we have to act as if. I'm not going to let my weeds get out of hand. I'm not going to let my pets have a million babies. I'm not going to let my house get all dirty just because I'm waiting for this special event. Fantasies are coming true. Soulmates, wholeness, 10 of Cups. So your fantasies are coming true, okay? But act as if. Okay, and we're going to be saying that a lot because I didn't put it on the title and I was supposed to. And I didn't listen. Two of Pentacles, balance. Juggle your applications. Now I said applications and it says obligations. So maybe you are applying for many different jobs, many different, like if you're going to do skydiving or flying a plane, maybe you're checking out more than one school. So you're juggling applications, obligations, but focus, seek harmony, love, and equilibrium. So we want to stay balanced. Two of Pentacles. Then we are departing the Knight of Wands energy. And if you look at Petra's album cover to the song I put on the shorts, Whole World, it's a guitar going through a spaceship. It is so cool. What an awesome album cover. So that's what that reminded me of. Departuring with our guitar. We're moving on. But until we have to act as if. And just keep your emotions in check. Interrupting the normal. Do things that aren't normal, but yet you have to do things that are normal. Because we're transformation. We're going to the death card, old to new. I told you a lot about physical deaths are happening, but this energy here is going from old to new. But until then, act as if. Okay, so we're ending. We're going to end this video too with the Page of Cups, the dreamer. Unexpected events are going to happen. Use your magic and your synchronicity. Have an open, joyful heart. Sensitive, motivated, innovative ideas. So just like that album cover with the guitar through the spaceship, beautiful, beautiful. It reminds me of the Boston albums. I love Boston too. Maybe we'll do a short with Boston later. All right, you guys. So that's your reading. Act as if. That's why you're confused. We got to ask God more. All right. Ask God, and you shall receive. And just know that we're in a pause and stay in gratitude. Key. Okay, you guys, I am Miss Mystic. I got lots of stuff to do, and I'm going to do it. And the top of the deck, or the card that we didn't get to, was the Six of Swords on the other side of the deck. So we'll just quick pull that, and that just says journey and moving on. Everything we just said. We're journeying, we're moving on, we're transitioning. Help is arriving at the perfect time because it's a rite of passage and you are supported. So act as if and keep moving forward. I am Miss Mystic, and I want to thank you for listening.